State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 1. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. The Titans had 5 and 9 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Check smash, check smash. Check Bobcat, check Bobcat.
They go play action here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You talk about this Jets defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's Spears on second down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll find Okonkwo. He's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down. And this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. He's checking. He's 70 Timberwolves. Check safety, check safety. You go tight. Go, Rig, go. You
Spears looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Spears again. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Fields on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run.
Under pressure, they got him again. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Gruper able to add the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now it's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Fields. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Fields tapping it forward, Jets sweep. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he gets this to Thornton. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the break. Fields. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Here's a diving catch right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. Cockrell holds it in left side. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll...
He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Titans are able to add on to that lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, this is Turpin. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Flushed out right. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Hey, Smash. Line 15. Coming to you. Coming to you. Warrior 17. Let's go. Hey, Mike's.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world, though.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
23 yards the pickup there.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16.
Again, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Hall on a give up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch the whip. Check 3. Check 3.
Now a give coming right is Breida.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And this one is right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's 1st down. Off play action. Fields.
Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.